Once again, we're back at the Sucker Bongs tonight. I got a very awesome episode. I am your host, Miguel Trigo. I got coming back again for another show, my good friend RJ.
You can't even keep track of how many times I've been here.
Just about all the times.
Anyway, hello, Miguel.
Hi, Cheetos. Coming back again for another week is my sister Dayana, officially this time.
What's up, Miguel?
So cheesy.
All right, and coming back from the first two episodes we had a long time waiting for him to come back. My good ass friend, Gregory.
Yo! What's up?
Not much. What have you been up to, Greg?
And I'm you.
I got sick, so I apologize. You're going to hear some coughing a little bit throughout the entire show, but
All right.
I think you can live with it.
Yep.
You're going to have to.
You like it or not.
Yep.
All right. Let's get started with some news. How about we start with the box office? All right. Were you here last week? You
Yeah.
were. And so were you. Okay. You weren't here, but do you know about the movies that came out last week by any chance?
Maybe.
First is War Room, which is a Christian film that was number 2 last week when it came out. Number 2 is Straight Outta Compton with 8.6 million. I know, right? That's Spike. Transporter, Mission Impossible, and No Escape for last. So are you, Greg. What do you think of this top 5 movies of this week?
The only one I really am familiar with is Straight Outta Compton. I really want to see that. I still have yet to see that one. And I'm...
Sorry.
What's that?
Is that not Mission Impossible? Or?
Then we have a conversation in the previous episode about Mission Impossible. I had no interest in seeing it.
I do gotta say though, it was really
It was good?
really good.
And No Escape is the one with Owen Wilson when they're stuck in that country and he's trying to get out with his family.
Right. I only saw a couple I only saw like a preview once or twice about it, so it wasn't in my head. But of course, the first thing when you mentioned Straight Outta Compton, that was obvious. That's all over the place. They even created a meme out of it.
I think that's why it's so big.
Straight Outta Lotion.
What better promotion are you gonna get than the meme going around?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
Nowadays.
like
They're gonna find the origin of it sooner or later.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Straight Outta Compton. It's like Boys in the Hood too. Not
Okay.
really.
I have a correction. I did fuck up. I fucked up. Number 2 was not Straight Outta Compton. That is my fault. It still did that much money that I said. The actual number 2 is A Walk in the Woods, which was a comedy about this 2 old men who decide to reconnect, and they're basically going on an adventure on the woods.
So is it Brokeback Mountain 2? The reunion? The one that got away?
Mountain. No, but
I broke my back mountain.
Broke my back mountain.
yeah, basically. And No Escape was not on the top 5. That's my fault.
I'm not surprised, honestly. It looks
Yeah.
good, but it just doesn't seem like a movie like during this time of year that's gonna really hit a big blockbuster type of sale.
It looked interesting.
It did look interesting, but I think it's because of Owen Wilson. He's a comedy actor.
Yeah.
So automatically with that kind of movie, people are automatically going to think, well, this is going to suck.
Wait, you said a comedy actor?
Yeah, Owen Wilson.
I mean, he was in Behind Enemy Lines. That was serious.
was he
movie.
a major role in that movie?
Yeah, he was the main character.
What about you, Dayana? What struck you from this weekend box office?
Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
Just 'cause I still haven't seen it, and I've been waiting to.
it's really good. I really suggest it. What about you, RJ? Since
What I think about the lineup?
the 5 of this week.
It seems pretty. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to be honest with you. You know what I mean? I thought No Escape would probably be up there. They're all like, I don't really know about Straight Outta Compton. I mean, it's drama, true life events. Everything else is like either like a thriller, action. No, not really much comedy.
What's
in those
crazy though
lists.
is like the number 1 movie is, War Room, but it only made 9 million.
Well, it's all because of what time of year it is.
Uh,
We're in a dump month right now.
yeah.
Yeah, with the 2 times a year, and I read this not too long ago, there are these things called dump months, which are in January and late August and into September is when the movies that just get released that the big companies in Hollywood won't really want to pay attention to. If like, okay, well, it's not summertime, it's not a holiday movie, so we're just gonna release it on this time of the year.
I think January is too cold, and at this time, kids are going back to school.
Yes,
They don't have time to go to the
Exactly.
movies and stuff. So.
It's because the holidays are just becoming over, and in January, so everyone's already broke, and then you have the back to school time, so it's just like lack of time in general. And you notice when you see a lot of stupid movies coming out, or stupid movies that you won't really pay much attention to.
Based on a true story.
Speaking of stupid movies coming out this weekend, 90 Minutes in Heaven. What do you think, RJ?
It's caught my attention. You know what I mean?
What'd you think of Heaven?
I want to get personal. Like, I grew up as a Catholic, and I kind of like drifted away from its stuff. I mean, I believe in God and heaven. I mean, I'm actually don't know anymore. Like, it's more like, I'll wait till I die and see. If I, whatever. But
According to Christian beliefs, you're in a lot of trouble.
yeah, it's whatever. I'm not a hardcore. Sorry, you know what I mean. I'm living my life. But anyway, if it's a true story, a guy saying he sees heaven, I can bring hope to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
What about you, Greg? What do you think of 90 Minutes in Heaven?
I personally won't see it, and even though I am a firm Christian, it's just the fact that there's so many of these movies are coming out and not in less than a 2-year span. It's like they're trying to make everyone prove that there is a heaven, but you don't have to prove it. You either believe it or you don't. I mean, we all know what heaven is. We all know whether you can either believe it exists or it doesn't. So it seems like these movies have a certain agenda to just kind of rub it into people's faces who don't believe, rather than just trying to, hey, this does exist. They're just saying, it does exist because guess what? This happened to this person right here. It's proof. It's like, come
Here's an
on,
angel.
dude. Yeah, right? I mean, I that's a wrong way to approach it. It's not a bad concept, though, but I just personally think that it's overkill.
I was talking more of the lines where, like, nowadays people are just like, well, we actually don't really know now. You know what I mean? We're reading from Bible, this, that, being taught our lives that there's a heaven, and now people are questioning, like, you know what? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not. And I was just saying, like, maybe with these true events, someone that actually died and got brought back, because there's multiple cases of that.
Yeah, but it's not like
even a
exact
child
telling. It's just based on it.
Even a child. There's a story of the child.
Yeah, heaven is for real.
Yeah, and you know what I mean.
I did read that story, though.
There was a one child, remember, that solved his own mystery of like how they killed him in another life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And he was like, I know what my body is.
I do believe.
I know who did it. And they were like,
I do believe in like reincarnate, like you live in our life.
well, then that wouldn't apply to heaven.
It's if you didn't learn your lesson the previous life before.
What about you, Dayana? What do you think of 90 Minutes?
I think it's a good movie for people that would like anything religious.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go see it because I'm not interested in it.
Okay.
I would like to see a movie about the same thing, but
hell.
different perspectives of different people that saw different things when they died.
I think it
That
seems
way
a
you
little-
get to pick, like, I wonder which one's real.
I think it's a little too dramatic. Like, they really over-dramatized in that trailer. I mean, obviously, if you come back from heaven, it's going to be some dramatic thing. I mean, but
Right.
just we're kind of cheesy with it.
Yeah.
When you said, "Oh, that no," then maybe that doesn't say there's a heaven. I'm saying I think even as we're dead, we get to choose what we want to do.
Okay.
Communism for
that's what it
spirit.
is.
I saw stories of some people
I
that
think we
were in
choose on
comas
how
too,
we're
like
gonna
that.
die. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I saw
Rude.
stories of,
Anyway.
Just jumped in there. It just came out of nowhere. I'm sorry.
of people that went through the same thing and they got interviewed. They were like, "There's nothing. It's like you're in sleep."
Mm.
So they didn't make a movie about that. So I don't know.
Well, there's only so much you can make a movie out of nothing.
Right?
Whoa.
He
There
just
was
went
nothing.
to sleep.
Nothing happened. And-
I think that's where
That's
the big
what they're
debate-
making movies out of nowadays.
It's what it seems to be that big debate between people in the faith and people who don't have it. It's because of different stories. I think it's why they call it faith. You don't have proof that it really exists, although I see proof for myself that it does exist, but other people don't see it as that. I mean, that's why it's called faith. It's not definite. There's always another answer probably, but I know in my heart it exists. But we're getting a little too much into religion right now. Let's
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah,
The Pope.
I feel like I need to start a war for some reason.
Right?
No, it's kidding.
Wouldn't that be something?
RJ leading the war.
Anyway.
This is my human instinct. We're talking about religion. I must kill something.
Speaking of that, let's talk about the M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Shyamalan. The Visit. What'd you think of it, Greg?
When I first saw the trailer, I think it was in the movie theater, I saw it and it was really interested until I saw the director's name. And I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good anymore.
Yeah.
Because he has a tendency to advertise all of his movies as a horror film. And then he likes to backpedal when the backlash comes at him. Because, I'm not a horror director. Get the hell out of here. We all saw The Village, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Good. You don't need to. I'll tell you. It's all fake.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't say.
No, it's all fake. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna get into the whole definition of it.
Here's
What
the
was
twist.
what-
It's a bad movie.
what-
Exactly.
What was the one with Mark Wahlberg though? What was that one?
Oh, The Happening.
Happening.
Nothing happened.
What an awful twist. Oh, it was the trees.
They tell you in the
Not just the
beginning.
trees, it was-
Like,
Remember that one random guy that comes up? He's like, "It's trees," and they're like, "Yeah, okay."
yeah. I mean, I guess in a way that's pretty clever. Like, you did kind of throw it into the audience's face, and
He's
everyone
trying
was
so
just
hard to
waiting.
make a twist that
Yeah.
everyone sees it coming on.
Exactly, and that kind of negates the whole point of a twist.
They're saying nature's fighting back.
Right. You know how nature fights back? Cancer. That's pretty much what nature is doing, fighting back.
We enhance it, but
Pretty much. I mean,
And this disease going on all the time.
I do want to see it, though.
I heard that it's supposed to be the comeback for M. Night Shyamalan, but I guess
Who knows?
We'll
Yeah, I
see.
mean, the man has a profession for a reason. Give him benefit of the doubt.
What about you, Dayana?
Right.
Meh.
Meh.
I'd probably see the religion movie before that.
Oh,
I'll give that a
Damn,
negative
that was
zero.
like
Dayana's just like, I'd rather eat shit.
apply ice on burn.
No.
Because the last one, she was like, I'm not even interested. In
Right.
that. And this was
She was
like,
so firm
I'd
with
rather
that.
see that.
She was so firm, like, I'm not going to see that. No attitude, no that. I'm just not going to see it.
They're like-
I'd rather see the religion movie.
She was a smart ass about it.
Yeah, so fire.
my thing is, I don't know. It just doesn't. I can't take it seriously, and I think it's funny the way
No,
it's really corny.
They're acting like they're in a haunted house on Halloween type
it's
deal,
just
like a
like-
haunted hayride.
It just looks like it's an old person with dementia. You
It
know?
looks like what it is.
They are the
It looks
scariest.
like what it is.
So
They are
I
the
would rather
scariest.
see a story about heaven that might make me
Dayana,
believe in something.
Old people with
There you
dementia are scary.
That's why they made a movie out of it called The Visit.
So what
I
about
don't
you,
know.
RJ? What do you think of it?
Scary. What I think about it? I do believe it. Like I can't take serious because the way they're acting, like stare at this, stare at that. But now she mentioned the whole dementia thing. I'm like thinking back with experiences, like seeing that shit. It's scary shit.
That's the twist.
Go
She
to
has
Frankfurt
dementia.
Terminal and you'll see that.
No, it's much more dementia. Obviously, I mean, you don't want dementia to want to cook your grandchildren.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the name, but any wrestling fan who's listening, Chris Benoit. Enough said. He killed his own family, his own son, and he hung himself on wrestling equipment because he had dementia. Yeah. So yeah, there's some pretty screwed up people with dementia. That's why we call it demented.
Speaking of demented people, the perfect guy. Dayana, let's start with you since you're the only girl here.
segue.
It
I
looks
like
so realistic, and I would see that. I want to see that. But
Yeah.
I do see the guy's side in a way. He's just exaggerating.
What guy?
He just loves her so much.
No, he's
The
still.
guy beating up the guy
Look,
in the
look.
gas station?
No, it's not because of her. It's because he was looking at his car the
He's
wrong way.
going off the wrong way. He shouldn't be doing that, but he has good intentions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's go with
Stalk you
RJ
in
real
the
quick.
shower with a rubber glove on.
I know it's wrong.
Oh, I thought it was right.
Take off your glove.
There's plenty cameras everywhere in
Look.
your
this guy needs to be arrested, but he's not trying to kill
For
her.
loving her.
He just wants to be with her. Okay.
Arrested
So
for
it's
love.
yeah.
RJ,
I gotta find a song that relates to this.
Greg, tell me what you think about this movie
I'd
and
love to see it.
and on a little
Might as
extra
well
about what
face it,
Dayana
I'm
said.
arrested
I think
for
I'd love to
love.
see it, and unlike Dayana, I don't think he's right. I mean, it's one thing to be in love, it's something to be obsessed.
Yeah,
and it's
should we
another
be
thing to
worried?
Possessive and obsessed.
Does Brian do this to you?
One reason why I don't want to see it is because I feel
I
like it's
don't
about
like
me.
it.
But yeah, I'd see it. I think it looks pretty good.
It does. Look
Out of all of them, I think that's the one that won me.
It hits
good.
close
I also,
to home.
I also like when the merge.
I am that guy.
Gives me ideas.
I also like when the X and him merge, and then the X looks like he's gonna beat him up. Like,
And
I
my
didn't
Shyamalan
like that.
plot twist.
She has dementia.
She has dementia. And the new boyfriend's just a myth. He's not even there. He's a figment of her imagination.
It's actually her doing that to herself.
Right? Gothica.
yeah.
That was an
All
awful
right.
movie.
Starting with you, Greg. 1 through 5, each movie. Rate them right now.
Okay, 90 Minutes in Heaven. I'm going to give that a 3.
Okay.
The Visit, 4.
Whoa.
And was it
The Perfect Guy?
I'd say about 4. A 4.
Okay. Dayana, 1 through 5.
The
each.
visit would be maybe 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
The religious one maybe like a 2.
Okay.
And what's the other one?
The Perfect Guy.
That one would be a 4.
Okay. All right, Cheetos. Your rating.
I'd give it all maybe 3s.
All of them? Across the board?
That mean, yeah, cause I'd see them. I don't know about being like, yo, guys, let's see these movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I would definitely see though, and something I would definitely like munch on my cereal to, being focused on watching
On
you know what I mean?
HBO.
On HBO or
Haven't
on
flipped through
cable or
channels.
on Netflix.
I'll be honest. For me, 90 Minutes of Heaven is not going to do anything to me, and I'm not really that interested, so I would give that 1. The Visit, I'll probably give her... Well, let's go with The Perfect Guy. I actually am more interested on that movie, but I actually want to see The Visit more. Because I feel like everyone's going to see that one, and they're going to talk about it, so I want to see it because of that. Also because of M. Night Shyamalan. So I want to see what he brings to the table.
Miguel's like, hell, Satan, fuck heaven.
Dementia, man. Dementia.
Hail dementia.
But yeah, man, that's what I'm looking for. I want to see what he brings. I did like Devil.
Yeah, I was about to
That
mention
was
that.
awesome.
Devil
Of course
was
you
like
would,
the
Miguel.
last.
A lot of
Devil was one of the
Hell's
last decent movies that M. Night Shyamalan came out with, but apparently wasn't the director. Apparently,
he was just
What, did I
producer,
crack my
right?
voice? My voice cracked really bad. Hi, director.
I don't think he went blah.
I think that was like one of those few great movies. I can list on the top my one hand on how many movies I actually thought were decent of his. I'm not a fan of M. Night Shyamalan.
He has his pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them are bad movies and a few of them are good.
Unbreakable was pretty good.
was that?
Signs.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable was good.
Signs.
I wasn't a big fan of that one.
Signs.
It kind
No.
of bored me.
It kind of bored me. Not enough reveal. Not enough
He
revealing.
made Signs.
He
made
Yeah, he made signs. Sixth
I
Sense.
like that movie. I like
Sixth
that.
Sense was
I think
awesome.
universally across the board, everybody likes the Sixth Sense when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan movies.
That was when the big twist happened, and we were like,
Yeah. That was one no one knew, and it was still right in your face. That was a good twist.
Yeah, it was.
What, that twist?
I didn't see that coming at all.
I don't think anybody did. I don't think so.
At all.
But
Don't look at me like that.
and then there was Devil.
Got to mention.
I don't know what else there is I really like from him. Out of those few that we just listed, I can't remember anything
Wait,
else. I like
Devil.
from him.
That's the one in the elevator.
Yeah.
Yes,
He
that's
made
the one
that?
Yeah.
How about that?
See, that was good. That's why you're surprised. See, that's why you're surprised because it was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a decent movie.
Oh,
Oh my
let-
god, he directed that?
Shut up.
Out of these 3 movies, which ones are making it to the top 5? And are any of them gonna be the number 1 for next week?
The Perfect Guy. Wait, no. The religious one's gonna make it up.
Yeah,
Because
all
there's
those
like no religious movies
religious
out
freaks
ever.
out there.
And what about number 1 though?
I don't know.
I think The Visit is gonna be number 1. I'm calling it now.
Out of the ones we
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah, you got them.
all the way
You
to
got
number one.
all them paranormal activity fiends out there. It's gonna be like,
They're- I want to go see it, dude. I honestly really want to go see it.
I think the perfect guy is gonna
I'd see
be number one.
The thing about The Perfect Guy is, even though I'm more interested in that movie, I know there's a lot of movies like that on like
I think
any TV channel.
I
you
think-
know?
I think-
Lifetime.
So
That's
Lifetime.
Lifetime on the big screen.
Yeah.
I think
so
with
I think
popularity-
girls would be like, I can see that at home. Let's see The Visit. Because M. Night Shyamalan.
you got to think people who are religious going to see 90 Minutes in Heaven. People
Yeah, but-
popularity with like a horror
I get that.
teen PG-13 kind of type movie.
I get that, but right now War Room is out too. So they got two movies to choose from. So their audience is going to get divided at least 30 to 70.
Right.
So I don't think that's going to hit it to the amount of people that just want to see M. Night Shyamalan. At least that's what I think.
Kind of, I think
could be
coming
wrong.
off of what M. Night Shyamalan recently had, that short TV series, miniseries that came out a couple months ago. I forget what it was called, but it was about this weird neighborhood or whatever. It's kind of like, no, I can't remember what it was called, but it came out in the summer, and it was like sometime in May or June, and apparently it was really good. Everyone was liking it, so I think he might
That's gonna-
actually get. Yeah, that can kind of give him the rub.
I believe it. What about you, Dayana? I think you already said it, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next ones, which is future movies coming out in the future. One that actually broke loose today, and I had to add it like right before we came here, is the King Kong, Kong Skull Island
First Godzilla.
is going to get moved to from Legendary to Warner Brothers,
What?
so they can unite with Godzilla, because Godzilla is with
I read
Warner
some of
Brothers.
No, Godzilla's legendary.
That was a report,
But that
because they're
report's
saying
wrong.
they want to unite those.
Legendary is actually the producer of the Godzilla incarnation of this generation.
Well, that's what they said.
And
That was
I don't
the
believe it.
report.
What's the report from? What website?
I'll get in a second, but give me your opinion on the actual topic, though. I'll get the report.
Well, I've been calling this since
I remember
for
that.
months. I've been calling
When
it for months.
Godzilla came out, he
Since-
was
since
like,
When
Master
Godzilla
Debaters.
"Doing this."
When
Since Master Debaters.
yeah, exactly. When Godzilla came out last year, I was saying this constantly, that I guarantee you Legendary is doing this on purpose. They're creating their own kaiju universe, just like Marvel's doing their thing. I think Legendary's doing this, but more for horror and science fiction. It started off with Pacific Rim, and Pacific Rim was literally just testing the waters to see if the American public really wanted to see another kaiju movie out and about on the mass
Is
public.
that what the meaning of kaiju is? Like a giant.
Pretty
fucker?
much in American terms. In America, kaiju means giant monster, but
Giant
in Japan,
motherfucker.
it's just monster.
Okay.
But when it comes to American terms, we just call those giant monsters kaiju.
Those big fucks.
But I see that, and then Legendary releases Godzilla, which is of course a big deal because it's Godzilla. I saw that movie 4 times in the theaters, for crying out loud. I loved it that much.
You're talking about Godzilla versus U.S. Army and military and those 2 other monsters.
Yeah,
That
the
big
one that came
title
out
right
last
there.
year. The one that came out last year. And I've been hearing rumor constantly that Legendary is also just bought the rights to
You are right
King Kong.
that Godzilla is with Legendary,
Mm-hmm.
but they're moving King Kong to Warner Bros. So you can actually unite them.
But they can't.
Don't know
though.
the reason for that.
I don't know how that's supposed
But
to work
that's
because
a
they're
report.
they're two
I think
different
it's-
production companies.
Well, they're actually gonna do it together. I guess
Okay,
they gotta,
so they have an
I
agreement.
guess it's so they can pay for the movie and introduce it that way.
All right.
And at the same time, Legendary
So,
can work on Godzilla while they're working on King Kong.
Is it
Okay.
going to be this same Godzilla?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're going to just reintroduce a
sequel
whole
for-
different King Kong?
The sequel for Godzilla is gonna be King Kong versus Godzilla.
That's not.
So it's
that's
gonna-
not confirmed yet.
It's not confirmed.
In
but
fact,
that's
they've been
it's
saying
so they can work on that.
they have been saying that the next Godzilla movie is going to be in 2017, I think, and it's going to be with either Rodan or Ghidorah being revived for this generation, and another new monster. So I'm really hoping for that, and let King Kong reestablish himself.
How they
I
going to
wouldn't
do
be
King
surprised
Kong?
if they are doing this because this will bring them more money than that one. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it will work great because Godzilla's already a cash cow already by himself, anytime you release a Godzilla movie, especially after the hype of last year's Godzilla, how great that did, it's very obvious that he can do well again in another movie. And not to mention, hardcore Godzilla fans want to see new monsters. I'm one of them. We want to see new monsters.
How are they going to do King Kong when he's based in the early 1900s?
Well, this is Kong
King
Skull Island. So
King
this is
Kong,
based more on the island where...
Well, King Kong
he's gonna be
was just a contemporary movie for its time, just like Godzilla was created in the 50s in reaction to nuclear fear.
The whole classic theme, though, is the Eiffel... the Empire State Building back in that time.
Well, this isn't that.
Are they going to modernize them?
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
The stories are going to be that.
That's my next question. So, is it a whole different King Kong origin?
I think he's just doing a whole new movie instead of trying to recreate.
And they're calling him Kong, so it's not King Kong.
It's the same thing.
They still call him Kong.
It's the same thing. I think they're just making a whole new story because
probably
Toho, who is Toho is the original.
We call it Ho.
I'm calling you Ho, woman. But
you guys.
Toho, who is the original creators of Godzilla, did make a King Kong vs. Godzilla in the 60s. And it was amazing because they had the combination of the famous giant monster from U.S. now being brought over to Japan and having those two mascots of their country in horror movies.
Just saying, this Godzilla is big as shit.
It's the biggest thing they've
ever had.
He
can pretty much stomp King Kong, no matter, even though King Kong's pretty big.
That's where my theory was coming in originally.
Godzilla's foot fit a whole airport.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ.
That's where my theory was coming in for, because they were saying that Legendary was going to make just a King Kong movie, but of course that always draws to the rumor that, hey, are they going to merge them because they're just two gigantic names along with just monsters themselves?
Sure, King Kong could probably climb them and punch them. But
my confirmation would be if King Kong's made to be as gigantic as Godzilla, then yes, obviously they're going to be doing that. However, King Kong is not as big as Godzilla. King Kong has to be able to climb the Empire State Building. Godzilla is towering over the Empire State Building.
He was standing next to it.
Exactly.
He's just like putting his arm around it.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like Kratos versus the Titan.
Right.
He's going to climb him.
Well, like I said, this is a whole new...
This is what Kong. I think that's pretty much how we're going to find out.
You can't have a bigger King Kong ape. Like, that would be just goofy.
I mean, you can recreate it as a bigger monster. Just like how they always make the new Godzillas bigger.
You're saying, it's a whole new Kong. What, are they going to make him bigger, like much bigger?
That's true. The new Godzilla is bigger.
Right.
I remember the Asians did an article saying America had to make him big.
We have two people talking at once. We gotta stop doing
two different stories.
We gotta stop doing that.
All right, go ahead, guys.
We just established.
Go ahead, guys. You talk first.
Dayana made a point.
I'm out of here. Bye.
Dayana made a point. Speaker of case, Dayana.
He said, Godzilla, they made him bigger this time because that's why the Asians were complaining that America made him bigger, just like Americans are. That's what they said.
Right.
So they could do that with the Godzilla. And
Godzilla, every reincarnation of Godzilla, there's at least one every 10, 15 years since the 50s. And every single one is always bigger than its last generation. And this one's its biggest. It towers over all the fictional heights of Godzilla out there, so they can do the same thing with Kong. And that's how we're going to know for sure. If Kong's going to be the same size as we normally would see in like the other remakes and such, obviously we're not going to see a King Kong versus Godzilla. But
what if the Godzilla?
Huge,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if we already established that Godzilla is going to stay this Godzilla, make it a bigger Kong as big as him. It's going to be stupid.
Why? What would be stupid?
That's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, he's just like, but the Empire State Building.
Like, the size they have. The size they have is good enough. But they're going to have one as tall as the Empire State Building?
Well, yeah. How else are you going to be having them fight?
He wants him to climb on Godzilla.
Just think about it. This size King Kong is fine off.
Stupid ass fight.
I just made the point how Godzilla's
I said, what is he going to do that? I'm not saying they should.
I'm just saying.
What could he do though?
A big fucking ape that big is just ridiculous. That's just me.
Oh, but a gigantic reptile just breathing fire is
Yeah.
completely normal.
Yep.
He's like half his old time.
Granted,
all the time.
granted, I'm not saying it's stupid. I'm just going by with RJ logic here.
Yep. That's Godzilla.
I love Godzilla and I love King Kong, but it make a lot of sense. I mean, we all
Money
love to
wise,
see
it's gonna
Godzilla.
make way more than just a Godzilla or just a King Kong movie.
Right.
It's gonna make billions.
Yep. It will
It's
make
going
a
to
lot
make
of-
billions.
It will
dude.
make a lot of money.
Because I would go see it like
It will
3
be-
times.
I can see that being like Dark Knight grossing type of shit. Like I can see that. And if not, I'm very disappointed in you, America. I'll be very disappointed.
If it's a
in you.
good movie,
Right.
yes. If it's shitty,
That's why Legendary
Yeah.
should do it, because Legendary is doing everything right.
Well, I'm
They're
just saying,
getting
it doesn't have to make them exactly the same size.
But no, just
Make them
semi
big, but
proportionate. Like Godzilla's always been bigger than King Kong.
fightable.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It doesn't
I
have to be
mean,
the same
not
size.
to mention King Kong does have bigger arms and more, like he can move more.
He's a fucking gorilla.
He's more agile than Godzilla, so he does that on him. But he has to be bigger.
Maybe he'll be stronger.
Well, Godzilla's always bigger than King Kong. In
No, I mean
every
like
way.
he's more agile. Like he can
Right.
move around. Though he can choke Godzilla. Like Godzilla can't choke.
Right. I think I got to show you guys King Kong versus Godzilla from the 60s.
I want to see that.
It's amazing.
I'm
It's awesome.
How about the one where he like shoots fire at the ground, start flying?
Oh, I think that's against.
We watched that together. Remember? The
Yeah, the most
dumbest thing?
ridiculous things that Godzilla's done. Oh my God, the things he's done.
Wait, he shot towards the ground. He took off like a rocket.
Yup. Yup.
It was like the
That
best.
that was the 70s incarnation of Godzilla, the most ridiculous era of his existence.
The fucking dropkick. He's just like
Oh, on his
it
tail.
flies across. The
he jumps on his tail and he goes.
Smooth it, like
Yep, smooth
hovering.
gliding across. Not even hovering. His tail is
Not
supporting
hovering.
his weight across the ground and slams right
So
into
he's like
Megalon.
grinding.
Yes,
towards him.
on his tail, feet first into Megalon.
What the?
It's not
It's
like he's
great.
going fast. It's just like slow.
Slow.
Yeah, I think we'll show him after
Look-
after this.
Oh
Take a
my
picture,
God.
guys.
We'll show, and then also he takes flight by his atomic breath, and he turns into like a flying Godzilla with his breath to catch up to Hedorah, the smog monster. It's great. It's so dumb. It's great.
That's like-
I love it.
It's like the one Sonic mutant in X-Men First Class. They use this.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Exactly like
Banshee.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. It's pretty much
He's like a
what's
f-
happening.
Wow, and he just glides.
All right,
into
let's get to the next one.
let's
But
continue.
wait, I want to get Dayana's opinion on this. Dayana, what do you think? Is this cool or is this lame
I
to
would
you?
definitely watch that.
Is it cool or lame?
It's
Everyone loves
awesome.
destruction.
Okay, what about you, RJ? Is it cool or lame?
It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna ask you this throughout all the stories I give you.
Can I?
Cool
can
or
I
lame?
inter-
Cool
Can
or
I
lame?
interrupt for a second? How awesome would it be if we had a Rampage movie incarnation?
That's what I was actually
Remember
thinking
that?
that.
Remember
They're,
that
they're
game?
doing that.
During this.
They are.
The Rock is gonna be in it.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Greg's like,
I don't know
could
if
have
he's
been
gonna
my
be one of
idea.
the
I could have been
monsters.
making millions right now.
Right?
I don't know if he's gonna be one of the monsters or he's just gonna be a
He's gonna
character
be
in it.
the gorilla.
The main character.
But they are making a Rampage.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I was in
Oh,
love.
They're also
Alright.
making a Baywatch movie with the
David
Rock.
Hasselhoff?
With the Rock.
No. No, David Hasselhoff's supposed to be in
That's
it.
two different genres.
I'm sorry, The Rock's has got to go away from me. Like, I'm tired of him.
He's like in everything, dude.
I'm tired of The Rock.
Speaking of movies like that, have you guys seen Roadhouse?
With Ronda Rousey.
She's gonna be in it now.
She's gonna be Patrick Swayze.
They're making a they're making a
remake?
remake of Roadhouse
No.
with Ronda Rousey.
No. Absolutely not.
Is this cool or lame?
Lame as hell.
What about you, RJ?
Whatever.
God,
We don't know much more at this point.
This
so I'm just
concept
like,
is so lame that I have to shoot it in the head with a shotgun. That's how lame it is.
I'm
That's
more,
horse term.
I'm
people.
more of a. I don't care till. I don't care much about things like that. About anything. I'm a drifter. I'm
What
like,
about you,
let
Dana?
it
What do you
happen.
think?
I have
Whatever.
no idea what you just said. Like the people
I don't
or the
think she knows
movie.
Roadhouse is a classic.
Yeah, I got no idea.
That
It's like
movie
a
is
very
amazing.
like
They
It's an
haven't.
action movie.
Live a little.
yeah.
It's an
It's
action
like-
fighting movie
This is
with
really
Patrick
like a guy
Swayze.
movie and then a girl
It is
movie, I
a
guess.
guy
I
movie.
don't
So.
know.
But Ronda Rousey is MMA, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's
Or
MMA.
UFC.
I think it's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
UFC specializes in
MMA.
MMA. MMA is a style of fighting.
She's the female.
She's like the female champ, and like no one
She's like the bionic
has
woman.
come close to beating her.
They're making a movie on her.
Not on
No.
her. She's starring in the Roadhouse character, the main character of the original Roadhouse, which was Patrick Swayze.
She's playing a role of a guy in a
Well, is
remake.
she like really?
She's not being a guy.
She's probably really popular now, though,
She
right?
is. Yes.
So she would probably get a lot of people to
Yeah,
come
but
from
it's
now.
she's playing a role that a male played in the classic.
Who cares?
That's
I think that's important.
Miguel, I'm telling her. I'm not saying I had a problem with
yeah,
it.
Miguel.
Calm
What's wrong
down.
with you? Stop it. Everything's so sexist from you. Like,
What's that even matter? Like I don't know what.
All right,
It's
hold
like
on,
being
you-
like,
You know,
but she's not a
he's
Jew.
not- he's-
Like, why would you even bring that up?
he wasn't mentioning in that sense. He was just telling
All right,
her
Miguel,
that's what
relax.
was
Oh,
happening.
well-
I'll get your pinky. Hold
He
on.
was-
I think it'll bring a lot of audiences, especially because it's a girl, and they probably don't have that a lot anymore. Well, nowadays.
I think it sucks because
Or before.
I'm tired of remakes. They should leave that damn movie alone because it's Patrick Swayze. He is a sexy MFer. It's a shame he's dead, you know. And I'm sorry, Ronda Rousey. She's cool, but you're
But wait.
You're not Patrick Swayze.
I think people that don't know
not
about
really
the old
Patrick.
movie might want to go see the new one because they might know the girl that's in
Yeah.
it now.
The thing with Ronda Rousey is she can't act. She's really bad at it.
Yeah.
She has like stone face, and all the lines she delivers are like she's reading them off a page. You know?
Was she in other movies?
She's been in cameos,
Oh.
like
Yeah,
Furious 7.
And,
Entourage.
Entourage, yes. I want to see that. Oh,
I
did
just
that
don't
come out
want to
yet?
see it.
Yeah,
I don't want
Man.
to see it just because it's a remake.
like 2 months ago.
I'm done with remakes.
Shit. I remember seeing that, like, I was like, oh, I want to see this. And I didn't know it was already up. Oh, all right.
I've never seen it. I've never
Okay.
seen the show. Was it good?
The show was, I mean, I wasn't, like, a huge fan. Like, I know my friend, he's a big fan of it. I saw episodes, and it was one of those shows, like, oh, God, it's really good, but I just don't have time to watch it. You know what I mean?
Have you seen the show?
I'm like that
Entourage?
anymore.
I saw a few episodes when it was on TV.
I always heard it's like the Sex of the City, but for guys. I don't know if it's true though.
I guess so, based on just popularity. Sure.
All
Well,
right.
a lot of
It's
chicks
funny.
a lot of chicks loved Entourage. It seemed more of a chick show to me than a guy
Yeah.
show. Yeah.
Really?
All right, let's go into the next one, which is a pretty awesome one. The next two are going to be Nintendo news that I got for you guys. First off is Miyamoto, the creator for Mario, the guy that runs Nintendo.
Right.
He did a video answering some questions that a lot of fans had
Wait, I thought he was
about
dead.
Mario. No, this is another CEO.
Oh, okay.
There's more than one.
Well, I figured, but
Yeah.
you know, I heard the owner of Nintendo. That was news a couple months ago that he's dead.
Yeah, well, he was the one that created Kirby. I don't know if it's Zelda, but I know it's Kirby, one of them. And a couple other ones.
Oh,
But
so there's multiple ones that just merge ideas and they just...
yeah, like there's a different guy that created Pokemon. There's a different one created Zelda.
Okay.
A different one that did Mario. This is the guy that did Mario. He went and started talking about. Well, he didn't talk. He actually just said yes or no to the questions that people
Very
had.
simple.
One of the questions was Mario's name really based on the landlord of the warehouse for Nintendo in the U.S. His name was Mario Segal, and they were like, "Is that really who Mario was named after?" Apparently, yes. He is the name of that.
Hmm.
That's just one of them.
May he forever live in infamy.
It's like he was taking a lie detector test. Like, just simple yes and no questions.
One of the other ones, this is interesting. They asked, when Mario breaks the blocks, is he doing it with his head? No. He's actually punching
He has a
the
fist.
blocks.
Yep, I see
And
the
that's
fist.
how he breaks them. Which the rumor is that he breaks them with his head. And
No, if I always
Oh,
knew it
yeah,
was
I
his
know.
fist.
I
yeah.
figured that too, but
Yeah.
apparently it was something they had to ask. But he was like, yeah, he breaks them with his
It was
hands.
conception.
Another question they always had was the Goombas. Did they turn into boos after they blow up? The little missiles? No, it's not the missiles. The little bombs. They have the
Oh,
winding things.
Okay.
Chomps.
Yeah,
Chomp
is it
chomps.
jumps?
Yeah, chomps.
No, those are the ones in chains. I'm talking about the little dynamites.
Yeah. The
With
little
the little-
dynamite
Oh,
thingy.
okay.
with legs.
Yeah.
You mentioned teeth, so I thought change it
Little
up.
dynamites with eyes and feet.
I know what you're talking about now.
They always ask, do they turn in boos after they die?
Turn in booze?
The little
Boo,
ghosts.
the little ghost guy?
Oh, those
Boo.
guys.
That was one of the rumors.
That's a good theory.
Right?
That's a great theory.
No. They don't. But it is a good theory.
You shat on your little theory.
Theory discredited.
And this is one of the cool ones. Super Mario 3. Have you guys played that one?
I think
can't
once
keep
or twice
track.
in my life, probably.
Dude.
There's so many of them I can't keep up
This
anymore.
is something that he actually said yes, it is. And it kind of changes the whole perspective that you have on the games now. He says that Super Mario 3 is just a play. You're watching a play go on.
Oh, that's one with the curtain call every once in a while, yeah.
And he's saying that basically all the games are kind of like plays.
Oh.
But you have the same characters in different roles and different stories. That's why you get Super Mario Party, or you get like Paper Mario, Dr. Mario, and all this stuff, like Mario Tennis.
Oh.
It's kind of like they're just plays.
And it explains why the constant side scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
And, technological advances weren't
I
there.
mean, of course, some of them I'm sure don't apply.
But it all makes sense now.
it's kind of based on that, which really changes my perspective on Tory.
Actually makes
don't
me
like
like it more.
Doesn't it?
You don't
Yeah.
like it?
No, it makes me like it more.
No, Miguel.
I do.
Oh.
I just think it's pretty cool. And then they asked him on the new Mario Maker that they're coming out for the Wii U if he added some of his levels in it. He said no, but he's going to. He's going to be adding his own levels to it. This whole thing was made for that game to promote it. What do you think of it, Greg, about all these revelations that we kind of knew, but it's nice to have like confirmation, I guess?
I guess it's cool. I kind of already gave my opinions on each answer already, so.
Yeah. What about you, Dayana?
I think it's cool that he's talking to people, like whoever wants to know about it.
Well, he was
Because-
just nodding on the video.
Yeah, but no one does that. So
Yeah.
him doing that is gonna make people hear about the game coming out.
What about you, RJ?
What was the question?
What do you think of it?
Oh, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Very simple-minded. There were questions that I would ask that I was like really paying attention to. when you
Okay,
were
if
saying
he
them.
was to listen to this, which is not, but if he was, what would you like to ask him?
That's a good question.
What would I like to ask?
Should we go to Greg? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Greg.
Me think
I'm
about
just
it.
saying I had a good question. I'm just saying that's a good question for you to ask us.
I
But
just
anyway,
asked you.
Okay.
There were questions I didn't think about top of my head, but something that wow, okay, that's an interesting question. You know what I
Oh
mean?
well, I'm just saying. What would you want to ask him personally?
Like,
You.
what do you
Is Donkey Kong a good guy or a bad guy?
think? Oh, is Peach really getting captured, or is Bowser her lover that she just excused?
Is Bowser bowsing that Peach?
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
You know what
Why
I
does
mean?
she keep getting kidnapped?
Is she telling him, Bowser, look like you're capturing me so we can go and fuck? You know what I mean?
I swear her and Zelda are in the same sorority going like, let's just make our men chase us all over the place. Let's do it.
Make it look like I'm not being a slut right now.
Peach is a slut. I hate Peach.
I mean,
What about you,
She
Diana? What you
sucks.
want to ask him?
If he would ever make a new character for the game,
Ah.
He has, just not as.
Like,
Not the last
a
20
more,
years.
like a newer one.
I would like to see something different,
Right.
like a new villain. Would be nice.
You and villains.
Villains make
villains-
great stories.
Yeah. I was about to say that. Villains make
You're
a
right.
hero good.
But
Thank you.
A hero is nothing without its villain.
I think the whole thing that makes the game a problem when you play it is villains and bad guys.
Right.
You don't go through it smoothly.
Oh,
You
yeah.
rage during those games because those fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need better
That's
villains.
what I want to see something different than just Bowser being a dick.
Right.
Maybe I want to see something that maybe makes Bowser look up like a bitch. That maybe he captures Bowser and Mario has to rescue Bowser.
I mean, Donkey Kong
Who
was
we
an
named
anime
Bowser,
once.
Mauser.
Donkey Kong was like Goku's Piccolo, if you know what I'm talking about. Dragon Ball. Anyway,
Diana's like, who?
he was a
I love pickles.
he was a
Isn't that a drum?
he was a
Is that
bad
the
guy.
green
That
guy?
green bald dude,
Are we
right?
not right now? Yes, it's the green guy.
I only know because
Anyway.
I've been told.
He was a bad guy at first. Now he's like not a bad guy. Anyway,
It's a good guy.
He's the raptor in
What
Beast
is he?
Wars. That's who he was. He was the raptor in Beast Wars.
who?
Piccolo.
The Raptor in Beast Wars?
Transformers
Beast
Beast
Wars?
Wars. You know the show that's
Oh.
like remember the Transformers movie that turned into animals?
What was his name? Terror? Raptor?
pterosaur thing. No, not
No,
pterosaur.
He would just say terrorize.
What
when
does-
they
what does-
transform,
Well, they all
right?
did. All the
Yeah,
of them
that's
say
what I'm saying.
terrorize.
What does Piccolo have to do with that?
He-
Well, I
his character was
compared.
Like that.
Oh.
I compared it. They go back and forth. They're either evil or they're good. They're just neutral.
Oh, okay.
They serve
Gotcha.
themselves.
Gotcha.
There was a bad
Try-
character.
I'm trying to put it in perspective that I found a lot cooler than Dragon
Right.
Ball Z. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, he just came at Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, I did. I hate Dragon Ball Z. But anyway, let's
Whatever.
continue.
You hate everything.
I love Beast Wars.
Okay. Okay.
I love Beast Wars too. I don't mind Dragon Ball, but I think we can save that for another day because Dayana's like, no, don't get into that.
That's a special in its own.
Dayana's like, hot dog.
I came for the hot dogs.
All right, let's get to the next one, which is the Pokemon Go. That trailer and that app. I want to start with you, Greg. What you think of the app, and what do you think of the whole idea going on? And what do you think it is in basic context, I guess?
How does it work? That's my question.
That's a good.
does it
That's a
work?
good question, but I
Yeah,
want.
they made it like.
They made it
I'll
look
ex-
like them.
I'll explain
Can
more.
I really throw something fake and make a huge splash in the river? I mean,
if that's the case, then by God, I'm gonna be flying all over the place. Then give me a Charizard right now. I'll fly over to Canada.
will they really stop Times Square dead in the middle for this fucking battle?
Okay, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Are they gonna are they gonna pull the Pope and just like make traffic happen everywhere?
What if the Pope has a Pokemon?
Oh God,
Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Not be confused with Poopomon.
what Pokemon would he have?
I just like the fact that the commercial had mainly adults and all the first generation of Pokemon only because, come on, let's be serious. That's the only generation that mattered. Everything after that was just, who cares?
What about you, Dayana? What do you think of? What do you think it is? How do you think it works? And what do you think of it in general?
I think it was confusing,
Okay,
but
fair
it
enough.
looks interesting once
Hey, it
you
looks-
find out what it is.
Yeah, I'd like to see how it works.
RJ, you want to continue?
Anyway, okay, I was just waiting for permission.
You had that face like I'm gonna exploit it.
I had my hand raised and everything. Okay. Oh, like yeah, it was confusing as fuck, but like it was interesting. It's like, but how does it work? That's what I'm in. Yeah, that's all we're all.
Okay,
asking.
this is very vague. I know some stuff about it, so if I can't answer your question, sorry, but
We'll go to that chat room with the guy that owns Nintendo. You'll
yeah,
say
we'll
yes or
have-
no.
we'll have
How does
to-
it work? Yes.
But we're doing.
Fuck.
Oh.
Exactly. It's like automated.
Basically, they're saying it's gonna be like virtual reality. You're gonna be able to basically capture Pokemon around you, and you're actually gonna get to see and go hunt for Pokemon.
So you're gonna look like an idiot in public.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey, Bluetooth already did it when people making everyone look like they're talking to themselves.
but like let's say you're at a park, you'll be able to see certain Pokemon. But if you're looking for a specific one, I guess they have events for them.
I think you talking to yourself is one thing, but watching people throw
I
an
would
imaginary
love
Pokeball
to see
and
this. I would love to see somebody being mistaken to being completely senile, going, "I'm looking for a Snorlax." Come on, where is he?
he's right next to you. You like
I
trip
didn't
over
like
a
the
family.
whole. They put the miles on the sign and what direction it's going.
Yeah.
What if
I think
it's like
pretty
in the
You're,
middle
you're
of
at a
nowhere?
park, you
What?
trip over a family having a picnic. Oh, I'm trying to capture it. What? Excuse me.
But I don't think it's gonna be so much like that. But I think it's gonna be like
You better have great
if you're in the
data
location, I think you can just. I think it's all gonna
Stupid
be done
Wi-Fi.
on the,
connection.
on
Right?
the
I think,
phone.
Yeah, I think the GPS is gonna have a lot to answer.
But like I think it's all gonna have to do with the phone, not so much like you're actually gonna see it. Like you'll know it's there, but then everything else, all the movements,
kind of like Pokemon
trying to
Snap.
catch it, always just be on your
Do
phone.
you remember that Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, I'm not a Pokemon.
It's kind of like that, I think. Like it's through a screen, you can see it. Like it takes, like, it
So,
just adds on the.
It's just gonna
character.
add random Pokemon. Is it gonna like know its surroundings and like like is it gonna go around a tree, the real tree that you're looking at and everything?
I think with a few patches,
Hmm?
possibly.
I think the best part is that
it's
it's
gonna-
gonna
it's
get
gonna go right
people
through
to
it.
actually go out and walk because they can be doing that in their house
they're like
in their
looking
game.
at their surroundings.
But with
Alright,
this,
I'm
they're
like-
Like, you
actually
mean I
gonna
actually
go
have to go out to capture Pikachu?
Imagine Nintendo's way of saying, "Get out of the house, kids."
Yeah.
Play
Americans do
outside.
not like this.
Can you imagine when you first get it? You're walking, you're like, all right, looking around. Your
I wonder if
surroundings.
there's a Pokemon in my
You're like,
bathroom.
no. Listen, you're like, all right, how am I gonna do this without looking like an idiot? Oh shit, a Pikachu! Excuse me. And she's gonna like run through traffic. And you're gonna fucking just cause chaos. Yeah, you're gonna run with your phone right in your face like
Put our
it's.
text walking skills to use.
My favorite part is though that you don't always have to go out and play it. Like if you're on your way to work or to school, instead of being on your phone, you can actually play with that. So.
One of the things I noticed was the battles
Yeah.
and the trades. I'm really intrigued on that part.
Yeah, because I'll be a dick to everybody. I'll capture just any Pokemon. I don't even care. I'll attack.
Here
Miguel
comes
every
Greg
day.
with 3 Zubats and Rattata.
I'll put like Zubat and Mankey. Go fight Miguel's Charizard. Yeah, I know I'm gonna lose, but hey, I'm a nuisance.
He's that guy in the game that's just like, fight me. I'm like, dude, you got like a baby Pokemon.
Don't care.
Prove my word. It looks really awesome. I'm personally.
I get it.
It's gonna be like voice commands here. It's gonna be like, did you say fight Miguel's backwax?
Backpacks.
Could be some weird shit.
And a follow-up question for those: if you could have a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you like to have? Excluding legendary Pokemon.
Mewtwo and the gods.
Excluding
the god Pokemon.
Excluding
his
those
name?
guys.
What's his name? The god. Create all Pokemon.
Arceus.
Arceus, yeah.
Excluding those guys.
Okay.
Who would you want
Charizard.
to have? Charizard.
Charizard.
What about you, Dayana? If you could have a Pokemon.
How's it say? It's Bullpix or something?
Vulpix?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vulpix.
that one.
Okay. What about you, Greg?
Agumon.
You had to go
I
there.
had to go there.
Is that Digimon?
Yeah. I would pick. So you pick Charizard. I don't want to repeat anything.
So I'm gonna go with Blastoise.
no, not gonna go with Blastoise. I'm gonna go with Venusaur. No. Onyx,
Onyx.
definitely Onyx. He was always badass.
That rock dick.
Oh yeah. Matching,
Bro-
matching with the owner. Come on.
Brock Dick.
Rock dick. I personally probably go with Charizard too. He's one of my
You
favorites.
can't do the one that I did.
Fine.
Idiot.
Dragonite.
All right.
Or Gyarados.
I was about to pick Gyarados, so
I was gonna
Scyther.
say, what was that? Ditto?
Ditto.
What would you want, Ditto?
Because he
Ditto?
can be anybody.
They had that one great hit in the early 2000s.
He can be anybody. That's why.
Was it Ditto? Oh yeah, that's right. Ditto.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hunter.
right.
I would like Hunter or Gengar.
Yeah.
Those are some
Yeah,
badass Pokemon.
yeah.
Oh, dude, how can we forget about
That forgettable name one. No,
Yeah, I'm actually drawing that blank now.
I ain't talking about Pokemon forever.
was
What
his
he look
name?
like?
He's the cat from Team Rocket.
Meow.
Meow. Come on, have a conversation with a cat all day. Who would
Yeah,
not want
that'd
that?
be
With a
cool.
I
freaking
try to
like
do that
New
when
York,
my cats are ready to no avail.
the freaking New York accent and shit.
I love that. Great.
No, I wouldn't.
I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with a cat.
What's the other one? The blue one?
Wow, I'm a fat.
I don't
I'm
know what
already
that one
friends with
is.
Albert. I don't need another one. I don't need a fictional one in my life.
Magic card.
Magikarp.
Flopping on the ground.
It was like, dude, you're retarded. Dude, what they're trying to say.
Alright.
You're retarded.
Carp. It doesn't do shit.
You do nothing. You're
what about
useless.
the Firewolf one? That'd be cool.
Ninetales? No, that's a
No.
that's a horse. That's a flaming
Arcanine?
horse.
Arcanine.
Yeah.
Arcanine.
Arcanine.
Is that the evolved one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Growlithe?
Oh yeah, it's Ralph.
Ralph was the dog, and it turned into this majestic
fucking
beast.
majestic big ass.
We just talking about the 150 because I was going to pick another one.
The
from
ones that matter.
because some of the new ones.
Yeah, I don't know the new ones.
Yeah,
at
like the
all.
one chandelier that goes all over the place.
I like that one. That's for the
Oh,
record.
oh,
I
the
like
one-
that Pokemon.
Oh, you're talking
a
about the
lot.
one from Beauty and the Beast? Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
He's secretly a Pokemon.
The answer's been solved.
Susie Winkers, it's just all Pokemons.
That does make sense. I mean.
Alright, this is going to be our last story. It's about Chris Evans
What is it?
and Steven Spielberg. Spielberg. Spielberg.
What did you say?
Spielberg.
All right.
Steven Spielberg was quoted a couple of weeks ago saying that superhero movies are going to go the same way as the Western, which is basically, everybody got tired of them and they were not as exciting anymore. Everybody got tired, and now they're kind of like a thing of the past. Now and then we get a good Western movie, especially from
Cowboys vs. Aliens. No, I was kidding.
Django Unchained.
Django
man.
was fucking.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was it.
That was an amazing movie.
Now imagine if John Wayne would had some type of cameo in that if he was still alive. Oh my God, the
John
ultimate,
Wayne Pilgrims.
ultimate Western it would be.
Yes, but as we said though, there's only like a few westerns nowadays that are actually good.
Yeah.
But he's saying that basically that's what's going to happen with superhero movies. Chris Evans basically responded saying that one of the things, I'm just paraphrasing because I don't want to read the article, but one of the things she said was basically with technology advancing, they're going to see a way to use these characters with the new technology, because the only really people that get challenged by these kind of things are superheroes. Back in the day, they didn't make that many superhero movies because technology wasn't up to date enough for them to make it.
You are right.
But with technology advancing, they can create new superheroes or use superheroes in the past with their powers that they're supposed to have.
With all these things, you're going to wonder, all right, what would happen if you put this person up against that? Yeah. You know what I mean? You're always going to think that.
We're getting to the point where you'll be able to see any superpower or any superhero come to life.
That's where I disagree
and look legit.
That superheroes will be old. No, I think
But the other thing he mentioned with superhero movies specifically was with directors coming and putting their own twist to it, putting different themes to it, and grounding them more to the type of just a human drama with superheroes involved is going to keep superheroes alive, like James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy, the Russo brothers did with Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and just the Hulk, which is really like him trying to figure out what to do, and he just happens to become a green giant monster.
Saying,
like the topics of the movies can be different, but they can actually like the movies can evolve by having superheroes.
You just gotta do it right. You gotta do it right.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this: Steven Spielberg is right on the money, because westerns were pretty much infecting the movie industry in their time. What happens if you have too much of something? 2016 is slowly approaching us, people. 2016 is going to overflow with all these superhero movies. I mentioned this a couple years ago to you, actually, when you and I talked about it. I said, superheroes are going to die out. They are. They're, like, the superhero genre of what it is today, we're at its peak right now, and it's going to go down.
It's definitely the golden age of superheroes.
It's the golden age of superheroes right now, but hey, guess what? Just like how he said, Steven Spielberg said, in order to keep it alive is to make it more human-like with drama.
Well, no, that's what Chris Evans said.
That's what Chris Evans said?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was about to disagree with that part, because I do disagree with that, because guess what? All the westerns did the same thing. They all were just different stories, and they're human-like stories, and they died out. Why? Because it wasn't because of the stories. It was because of the style of movie. And come on, how many times can you see John Wayne be the hero? How many times do you have to see Thor be the hero? How many times do you have to see Thor go up against this guy and Hulk against this guy?
I'll get to that.
You get tired of it. It's too much. People get tired of it. It's like having peanut butter and jelly every single day. You're gonna get tired of it eventually. You want something else.
I'll get to that, but all right, Dayana, what do you think?
I think they're gonna become more popular for a while, but people are gonna get tired of them.
Okay.
RJ? I don't think so. They're made for a reason. They're made for you to always want to see them do something, no matter what it is. That's just me. I always think like, all right, what would happen if you put this guy against this guy, or this new type of technology, how are, for example, the Avengers gonna, hold up against it, or I don't know.
I'm not saying that superheroes are going to die out as superheroes. I'm talking about it's the platform of the big screen movies that's going to die out as, and being pretty much the pinnacle of Hollywood right now. It's superheroes. It's Marvel. I think, in my honest opinion, the only reason why we even had a lot of these movies, of course, it was a big dream to see this in a big screen. It's why it's so popular. However, think about it from a business standpoint. No one buys comics anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I think that's the real reason why they did this. We now have the technology to do this. Right. We still continue however, this is what proves my point. Look at the comic books once Avengers came out. Now all of the comics that Marvel comes out with is pretty much based around the movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the other way around anymore because comics are outdated. They are a thing of the past. They're becoming obsolete. Superheroes as an idea of characters will never die because, hell, if it was going to, it would have died 20 years ago before you were even born.
Or
But
like
You're
6
right.
years.
You're right. Being based upon the movies, but
Yeah.
it's different. There's
the platform will change.
many different sections of different.
The platform of creativity
Well,
and story
I
will
wanna
change.
get to
They
this.
they still have the comics where, okay, this is our own thing.
Right.
And,
But
you know
this
what I
is the
mean?
thing, dude.
I do see stuff that is, okay, this is from a movie.
Yeah, Tony Stark from Iron Man that looks
Yeah.
just like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I know
Looks
what
just
you're
like
talking
him.
about.
Well, let me get to this because I disagree with what you're saying because the thing with westerns were they was set on a time that you can't do that much stories. You're right. There's so much you can do with John Wayne when he's stuck with a horse and that, and you're in the old
Right.
west. The thing with superheroes is you can have any time of existence and have a superhero movie. You have so much of a range. I think superhero movies are not so much of just a genre like horror or comedy or romance. They're kind of like a sub. Like you can have any movie,
So it's kind of like Mario in a play.
kinda, because you
Pretty
can have a horror.
references.
You can have a
references.
horror movie with a superhero movie.
yeah,
we
now you
we
can.
talk about that all the time.
Spawn.
I mean, just look at Spawn. You can have a fucking awesome, gory, just violent
I'm waiting for that.
horror movie.
waiting
Even
for that
Freddy
You can
vs.
have-
Jason was like a superhero movie. The way
That
they
was the
fought.
other thing. There's a lot of characters that are like superheroes, like James Bond. He's bigger than life. No other
keep
human can
reincarnating
do
him.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. He is
He could be an agent of Shield for all we know.
He's
That's
better
true.
than any agent of Shield.
I'm gonna say this. I would love to. I vote to have a Western superhero movie.
They could do
How
that.
awesome would that
Jonah
be?
Hex. He's a Western that has
Right. Hmm?
that is all set in the Western times, man. And like, that's the thing with superhero movies. You can have any genre go with it. You can have a drama with it. You can have a comedy, which most of them are in
Yeah,
Marvel.
they're
That's
very
why they had
humorous.
Cowboys vs.
Like-
Aliens. I thought it was gonna be stupid. It was pretty good.
I honestly
liked
thought it was awful. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it
Really?
was-
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? You guys
Sorry.
suck, man.
Anyway, but like, okay, you haven't seen that one yet, but I'm gonna use it as a reference.
I heard Ant-Man was hilarious. I know where you're
Ant-Man
going.
was hilarious, but not only that, it was a heist movie. If you watch it, it's a legit heist movie. It has nothing to do with, I mean, yeah, they gotta save the planet, but it's not like the other movies that
You're
they had.
overthinking this shit.
It was a heist movie. What was the biggest thing of it? It was a heist.
To save the world.
Yeah, but it was
And
a heist.
the only man
And
that could
what-
fit to do it
And,
was
and what
Ant-Man.
Captain
comic
America?
book story arc isn't just a big heist to save the planet? It's
Did
pretty
you
much
see
every
it?
No, but pretty much every
don't
story arc is
understand.
a big,
Look at
is a big
Daredevil.
heist to save the
Look at
planet.
Daredevil. He doesn't deal with any of that. That's a drama. That's a very drama, just almost a kung fu type of TV series.
When I watched Ant-Man, I focused on Ant-Man. I focused on, okay,
I
it's
know.
not Hank Pym, but I
What was
focused
he
on
doing? He was stealing.
what
That's
he was
a heist.
meant
That is
to
heist.
do.
Oh.
Hank Pym knew he was a robber. That's
Okay.
why he chose him to do this.
What's your
but-
point?
My point is, you're overthinking. Oh, it's a heist movie. But
It
like-
was a heist movie.
Okay, so
My point is, you can make a superhero movie that can be a heist movie as well.
And
oh,
he-
I thought
he-
you were like dissing on it.
No, his whole
No.
point was like he was using
You
it as
can
an
make
example.
any superhero movie.
All right, now we're even
as
now
anything.
because you,
Okay.
you
You're on
you
the same
misu-
page.
yeah
You're on the same
you
page.
misunderstood me before, and now I
Yeah,
misunderstood
you-
you.
Now,
Enough of this
now
shit.
we have with a filthy ass comedy like Deadpool coming out.
Which I'm most excited for.
Exactly. You can get people excited for these movies if you just change the tone of them. Now, like I said, I'm sure DC is gonna have their own kind of flavor to it. And one of the things that's really intriguing me is like the Wonder Woman movie, which is gonna be like war in Greek mythology,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be fucking awesome.
I
And that's
want-
an
I
entire
want-
different.
I want Wonder
kind of
Woman
TV.
so badly. I'm tired of Batman.
Hmm.
Screw Superman. I want Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Screw
man.
those
Like
two.
all these movies are taking different tones, and as it's evolving, I think they're gonna evolve as well. Eventually, like Guardians of the Galaxy was all like
It was obsolete. That no one even heard of that. Really, that was so obscure.
No one should have liked it, but it was fucking amazing. I could say it's way better than any other comics. From
I think the whole
Guardians of the
purpose of
Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty much Marvel saying to everybody around the world, saying, "Guess what? We have you in the palm of our hands. We gave you a movie about a bunch of people, misfits, from a comic book that happened like 20 years ago, and you never even heard of."
Well,
And you loved it.
How many people heard of
But
it?
they did a good job.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that.
underline on
I'm
it.
just
They
saying
did an
that was probably the
amazing
point of
job.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That's Marvel saying, "Hey, we got balls."
How
We
many
can do it."
people heard of Inhumans before they announced they're coming out with a movie of it?
Really, anybody, and unless you
No
actually
one.
paid attention, like
Right,
unless you were
exactly.
actually part of the fan base that of the core readers, you wouldn't have heard of that.
And like
'Cause
now,
to be
the
honest
new,
with you, I didn't until I did some research. I'm like, okay,
Right.
cool. They're
no, like the new Spider-Man movie, that's gonna be a bit more based on like a high school kid. So this is gonna be like an entirely different movie for a superhero.
Here's
And as it keeps going, I think it's gonna keep evolving, and you're gonna get different kind of movies, maybe some even religious movies, because a lot of the characters are religious. Like Daredevil, he's really religious. Nightcrawler, he's really religious. Like, there's so many different themes you can take with superheroes. I just don't see it dying. Maybe I can see dying specific superheroes, like maybe Captain America or Iron Man, or maybe even like, I don't think Batman's gonna go away, but I do think like they could get tired of Superman.
you think you think he's not gonna go
when you mentioned
No,
Spider-Man.
because what I'm saying about Batman is his name alone just is always gonna be a blockbuster.
Mhm.
He goes way back. Superman, the problem with him is since he's so much bigger than life and his powers are so like beyond,
OP.
there's so much you can do with that.
overpowered.
Like, what's gonna challenge Superman at this point? But what do you want to say?
When you mentioned Spider-Man,
Yeah,
that goes back to my point when I think that people are going to get tired of it, because my own personal feelings against Spider-Man is that I don't care who directed it. I don't care who's now playing Peter Parker. I'm sick and tired of Spider-Man. I'm tired of
That's
seeing him
fair.
on the screen. Which means if I'm thinking that, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot more other people thinking the same thing as time goes on.
but will
'Cause
you
we're
go see
tired.
this new
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
I'm actually
movie?
excited for him
No,
in Civil
probably
War.
I'll see it
No?
if everyone else is seeing it and I have nothing else to do. I'm not
Yeah.
going to see it out of excitement. I'm going to see it out of boredom.
I'm excited
Well, I'm
because
excited.
this is the first time it's gonna be done
Because
right. At least that's what I think.
That-
Maybe
I'm
we
excited.
thought that
sick and
every
tired
single
of
time.
seeing the same characters
No,
on TV.
Like,
just
even,
like
even when he was kind of
even Batman. I'm sick and tired of Batman.
But-
Spoiler alert! Even though he was kind of cameoed in Ant-Man, I was like,
Yeah.
did you catch that? Like,
They mentioned
Like,
something.
I'm just like, I can just see people getting tired of seeing the same characters on the screen
Oh yeah.
all the time. It gets old. Now, I think the best way to keep the genre alive in the big screen isn't by changing constantly or anything like that. It's to give the public a break. Don't overload us with a bunch of movies.
we were just talking
We were
about
talking
this
about it
with music.
It's the same thing. It's all about moderation. And if you give everybody a friggin' funnel of and just pouring down the beer of Marvel movies into everyone's mouth, you're gonna regurgitate it. It's
Well,
going to be like that. It's 100% fact.
I do think eventually they're gonna slow down,
And I hope to God they do.
but
That's after this list.
I think they're
Yeah.
still
They are
gonna be
just-
blockbusters.
this generation, they
They're
are just
still
beginning
gonna be like
with all this.
huge. It's just right now they're realizing we can make great movies with superheroes.
Like, remember
Yeah,
before
right?
all the Iron Man movies, you heard the Iron Man movies coming out. You're like, oh shit, they're actually making an Iron Man. Oh shit, they're actually making Captain America. Of course, right now we're used to it, but before it's like,
yeah, just
I
but
think
there is
ago.
plenty of other things.
The thing
they
is,
can still put on the big
I think
screen.
the moment that superhero movies showed that they can be more than that was when The Dark Knight was nominated for an Oscar as the
Yeah.
best picture of the year.
Yep.
No one ever in history ever thought that a superhero movie would be nominated for an
See,
Oscar as the best picture
now
of the year.
I never really cared about Batman because
It doesn't seem that.
since-
I'm just saying that movie
Business wise,
took
yeah.
people's attention and it made them realize,
We can
okay,
make money
you know
off
what?
this stuff.
You can make some serious shit
There
with
is
this
an
movies.
audience. I'm just saying,
If it's
after
done right.
2016, which is going to be the year of superhero movies, it's going to be. That's going to be the peak.
I think 2019 is going to be.
I
but-
don't know what the schedule is for
Or maybe
2019,
17.
but 2016 right
Definitely
now,
16 too.
2016 is going
Bro.
to be, to me, so from my knowledge so far, I don't know how much you read far into it because you're mentioning 2019 now. It's almost the end of a decade right now. We're
Pretty
still
much
halfway
the
through.
next 5 fucking years. How about that?
Like I just think that 2016 is going to be the
Shut
year that the popularity peaked of movies of the superhero genre. Now they can still be major blockbuster films, just don't every year constantly get a bunch of superhero movies.
I mean, definitely next
Take
year
a break.
is definitely the year that's gonna define if this is going to work and if they're gonna keep doing it.
Right.
But I think it's gonna keep going because the movies that are coming out next year, they're not out. They're kind of like whatever movies. They're like legit movies that people want to see. Starting with Deadpool, like that's how we're gonna start. And to think that Deadpool, such an like, I'm not a fan of Deadpool, and you know that.
Yeah.
I don't mind him, but even I'm excited. I'm fucking going nuts over this movie because it looks so fucking good.
Right.
Just having Colossus in it and having all this different shit in it, like it looks so legit. It's so good. They're starting off the year with this movie. Like, that's just the beginning. And then right afterwards, you're going to get Batman vs. Superman, which is something that billions of people have been waiting for. Because they've never been in the same movie together, and this is just groundbreaking.
That's what I'm saying. Never have done it
And
yet.
right after that, they're going to bring Captain America versus fucking Tony Stark on a fucking movie, Civil War. That's what I mean. Like, it just keeps getting better and better. And the way that year is ending, it's going to be ending with fucking Suicide Squad, which, like I told you, a lot of people are even more excited about that movie because of the Joker and Harley Quinn.
I'm not.
Like I said, some people,
Yeah,
but a lot of people are excited about that. So realizing that all these movies are coming out and the beginning and the end are fucking like movies that should be the main attraction in different other years, it's insane, dude.
Huh. I see your point, but we're talking about movies in the golden age of the genre.
Yeah, but the
The
like
audience
this is
wants
just
this
entree,
right
though.
now. The audience wants this right now. That's why
Mhm.
they're doing it with a big plethora of these movies on one specific time. However, with every peak, there's a decline.
Mhm.
After this year, I almost guarantee you there will be a decline in popularity of the superhero genre. Because for many years it's been building up that, oh, there's a lot of money in this. However, look at all the trends that happened in before and year.
I
Look
hear
at
you.
it. Like it's
I don't-
going to
I don't
happen.
think-
It's the
But I don't think it's gonna be next year. It's not gonna be. If I see it coming, it's gonna be 2020 when it just all goes down, and then all the
you're
movies.
probably
just-
right. If you
Like I
want to make
said,
a
5 years.
timeline, if you want to make a timeline, I'd say about 2020 is probably when it's going
Because
to kind of die out
right after
completely.
that, like to think, okay, those are just gonna be like the main events in all this year coming up.
Every decade has their
Not
own thing.
even, because the year after that, they're gonna have the new Wonder Woman, a new Batman, and I believe it's gonna be Justice League.
I don't know.
Not to mention, they're gonna have Infinity War Part 1 come out
I think
with Spider-Man.
I think it's all gonna last a while. Look at all the other
and Guardians of the Galaxy
movies.
too.
Look at all the other movies like Star Wars and all
Well,
that.
Star Wars always took a long time between sequels.
True.
Like Star Wars, like between the first one and the second one, there was like 4 or 5 years apart, and we
Yeah.
never saw any spin-offs. Or no, yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
Episode 1 and 2.
I believe
which one and two?
Okay, when I say the
No,
first
no,
one,
Episode 1
when
and 2.
when I say about the first one, I'm talking about the original
That's what
Okay,
I asked
Thor.
you.
Thor.
Episodes
Thought so.
1 and 2.
See, I know this language.
Yes, the
No,
original
I-
Star Wars.
no,
I'm sorry,
I said
episode 3 and
episode.
4, or
Yeah.
what
4
was it?
and
Oh,
5.
4 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
no, I
gonna say
didn't
shut
know
up
what you
about
were
that
talking
because I'm sorry. When I say the first Star Wars, I mean
No,
the
I
first
get
Star
it.
Wars.
I get it. I get that.
Yes,
That's why I asked you. Are you talking about episodes or are you talking about the?
the original.
original,
The
okay.
70s. I believe the
It's
second one.
about 3 years between the first and second.
Right. And I believe the
And then
last
two,
one.
2 years with the second and third.
Really? Was it
80,
that?
81 and 83, I believe.
I'm not
81
too
was
sure.
Empire Strikes Back.
I think we're both going for IMDb right now, aren't we?
And,
This is happening right
Return of
now.
Jedi
I-
was 83. I'm pretty sure Jedi was 83.
Yeah, I don't think you were that
I
far
think
off.
I think this is a little different though, because back then it was a little bit harder to create those kind of movies. So I can see them taking such a long time. Plus,
But then-
Star Wars was in the movies for what,
And then it took like
a
almost.
whole year?
What's
I
that?
think the first Star Wars movie was in the theaters for almost a whole year.
Oh yeah, because
It was making box
until it
office stuff.
came
yeah.
out of the theater, then they started
I
producing.
remember when my mom first saw it. There was nothing, no other movie like the opening scene with the Star Destroyer. Everyone was like, "Oh, like oh my fuck!" So it ever since that, the people fell in love, and it was the technology that day, at that time.
Yeah,
You know
I mean
what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. It was on theaters for a whole year, and then they started going into production. So seeing that 1 year was just showing the movie, and then 2 years to make it, it's
And-
not that off. You know what I
And
mean?
they did span out like
No,
everyone was
that-
like, "What's with episode 1, 2, and 3?" Like almost 20 years later.
But that was my point, though. It's like they had space in between the movies, which
Right.
made you not
What,
overkill
1, 2,
on
and
it.
3? You like
Well, 1, 2,
episode
and 3.
1,
I'm
2,
sorry,
3?
they all three of
They're
them
awful.
sucked. I'm sorry.
There's
I think they
parts
all
that are really
sucked.
good,
Come on.
but a lot of the things do suck. Like
Yeah.
fucking Jar Jar was just awful.
Okay, fine, but
He was so
don't let that
stupid.
shit on the movie. Whatever.
Yeah, well, he
I'm
did.
sorry, the movie was awful.
It
I thought it was
ruined-
awful.
It ruined the movie for me.
I thought it was so
what
bad.
I love about it
Darth
is
Maul.
the putt racing,
Darth
Darth
Maul was
Maul.
awesome.
but as a double play
It's a
with
shame he's dead.
And Liam Neeson.
another double play with
They should.
Darth Maul, no pun intended. They killed him off in the first movie. He should have
Hey,
been.
they should
throughout all
keep.
three.
They should do that one comic where they actually found him, gave him prosthetic legs, and he lived
heard
on
about
to be a
that.
badass.
Yeah, every 3 years the Star Wars movies came out.
Yeah.
But see, that's perfect
Was
amount
that
of
right
time.
with the originals?
I believe so. Yeah, 77, 80,
But look
and
at
83.
like I said, those times were a little bit harder to make those movies though.
It was, but see, I'm just saying that moderation's key. You
Oh.
don't. I'm sorry. It's. I think it's
I
gonna
believe they
happen.
can get fatigue from them, but
They're not.
I just don't think it's gonna happen next year or the next year.
I'm not gonna say it's gonna die out completely because it has its audience. We were
You know-
talking about a genre who has a
you know
niche
why-
hardcore audience.
you
They
know
have
why I think-
conventions made after it.
You know why I think in 5 years it's gonna happen? In 5 years, Justice League 1 and 2 are gonna be done, which is one whole movie. Infinity War is gonna be done. Most of the trilogies for Marvels are gonna be done. So they're gonna leave us with something that's just gonna be like
What else is there to do? Kind of.
not just what else.
Marvel
is there to
versus
do,
DC
but it's
movie.
kind of like
That'd
you
be
mean we
blockbuster
gotta.
history right there.
It's like you mean we gotta restart everything again. At least for Marvel, we kind of gonna have to restart because you're gonna have an entire new set of
But
characters.
once
Korean
they do
Hulk.
that, once they do that,
That's
it's
what I
all
mean.
downhill.
That's what I
Because
mean.
you
And
don't
there's so
have
much
to.
you're gonna be able to do, but I do think there's gonna be new superheroes and different stories that are gonna be on their own. Are going to be blockbusters. I don't know about DC what they're going to do after their set movies that they said they're gonna release, but who knows? I mean,
I also want to say that a new Hellboy movie will be amazing. I heard they're actually
the
signing up
guy's
for that.
trying
No,
so hard to get it done.
What's his name?
Ron Perlman?
Yeah,
Ron Perlman?
I heard he actually said they're not doing it though.
I heard he actually had a
No.
petition on his Facebook, and everyone
He
that
ha-
liked it.
He wants to do it.
He wants to do it.
Everyone wants to see it.
Literally, last thing I saw about it is that
I
he
love the
said
Hellboy
himself
movies.
that they're not doing it.
I love them.
They're saying they don't want to because the budget for us $260 million.
Fucking god.
And the studio was like, it's nice what you're trying to do, but it's $260 million you're not going to make in the box office.
No, it's true. That's too much. Even Avengers didn't cost that much to make.
Well, they did, but they make that in the opening weekend. You know what I mean? Both Avengers made almost 200.
Oh, I
well,
don't
the first
think-
one made
I'm talking about
200
the budget.
million.
I'm not talking about the box office. I'm talking
No,
about
yeah,
the budget.
the budget was 200 and
I'm
something.
looking that up right now. Keep talking.
All right, but yeah,
Having dead air.
Avengers is different. They make that much money as soon as they open, but
But look at the
Hellboy
time we live in.
doesn't.
Look at the time we live in
and look
now.
at Dayana, and she's like,
She's just
cool
like
story, bro.
nerds.
nerds.
When are they
Oh, wow.
making a
You're
Hello
right.
Kitty?
Actually, Avengers is actually 279 million for Avengers: Age of Ultron.
But they made that like in 2 weeks.
About that.
So it doesn't matter. Like in the whole run, Hellboy did not make that much money.
No,
And it's
but,
not
but
going
also
to.
you also got to think of the time that it came out in. It came out like this. It was in that president time of before the big trend happened.
Yeah.
All right, like it was
But
like
even now though, I don't think that many people really like. I know you do. but I know she doesn't. And what they need is all four of us to be at the theater to make $260.
I'm sure Dayana
Speaking
would
of,
see
speaking
how
of
great
her,
it
she
came
had
out.
something to say until we got.
What do you
all
got to
nerdy
say,
again.
Dayana?
Well, I do think people
We
are
don't
gonna
get
get tired of them, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna die out because they're all. I think they'll always find a way to.
I
make
think they're gonna start
superhero.
making less money. But I think
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think
It's
they're
gonna
gonna
die
still
out a
crank
little
them
bit.
out.
It's gonna have a stalemate. You know, eventually it's just gonna hey, we're just preying on this niche audience, just like horror movies.
You know what's, to me, the one threat that I see coming, and it's trying to get out there, but it's not making it, is the video game movies. If they can make that one awesome video game movie, that's gonna be the new threat. That's gonna be what kills the superhero movies.
I doubt it's ever gonna happen.
All right, guys. Well, that was our show. I want to thank my guests for coming here today, Greg, RJ, and Dayana. And please subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you next week. Thank you.